Mario Vitale, and on this episode of Learning the Kitchen, I'm going to show you guys how to make Italian biscotti. Except we're going to put a little bit of a twist on them and make them a holiday version. They're going to have dried sweetened cranberries in them, and clementine zest and juice, and they're going to be amazing and perfect for any holiday gift giving. I love to do these because you put them in the freezer, and then whenever you need them, you can just pop them out, let them thaw, and you can serve them. So let's go over the ingredients so we can get started. You're going to need some all-purpose flour, some granulated sugar, some eggs, flaked almonds, dry sweetened cranberries, vegetable oil, clementine juice, clementine zest, baking powder, salt, and pure vanilla extract. Very easy ingredients, and they're all awesome, and you can always substitute the clementine juice for orange if that's all you have on hand. So first thing you're going to do, pop your oven on to 350, and you want to position your two racks to the middle and top of the oven. You don't want it to the bottom of the oven because the bottom will scorch. Second thing you want to do is get 2 baking sheets or cooking sheets, lay them with parchment paper, get those out of the way so they're waiting for you. And now we're going to get started. We're going to take our flour, and we're going to take our sugar, and we're going to take our baking powder and salt. And I'm just going to mix these very quickly, like so. And now I'm going to take about a 1/4 cup of this. I'm going to take about a 1/4 cup, a heaping 1/4 cup, and I'm going to take my clementine zest. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm, with my fingers, or you can use a spoon, I'm just going to work the clementine to make sure there's no big clumps of it. I want to make sure it's all dispersed through that little 1/4 cup of flour, so it's easier to disperse in the big container of the flour. Just like that. Just pinch it with your fingers. Got my clementine zest mixed together. Now to this little cup of flour, I'm going to add in my flaked almonds and my dried sweetened cranberries, and I'm just going to toss these into the flour mixture just to coat each one of them to make sure that they're spread out throughout the dough evenly, and they'll do that if they're coated with flour. Okay, to the big bowl of flour, and just work these together like so. Awesome. Okay, now let's work on our wet mixture. This is very easy to do. You can do it in a snap. Okay, we're going to put in our vegetable oil, like so. We're going to put in our clementine juice. We're going to put in some vanilla. Oops, the cap wasn't all good. Put in a little vanilla in there, or a lot of vanilla. And 3 eggs. Put the eggs, lightly beating them, just to give them a head start. Okie doke. Now with a paddle attachment, we want to just turn this on and mix until the eggs and the clementine juice and the vegetable oil are nicely combined. So let that go for just a few minutes, a few seconds really, and you're almost there. Now with the motor running on low, you're going to add your dry ingredients a little bit at a time. Now I use a little cup measure for this. It's way too high. And just mix this through, just like so. Now you're going to have a very wet and sticky batter, but that's exactly what you want, because we're going to just knead this and flour this along the way. And you don't want to just start with too much flour, otherwise you'll get a very tough and dense cookie. You don't like that. So just add this in until you're all out. And then when we're done, we're going to scrape the sides of the bowl to make sure everything is nice and mixed through. Now my dough came together beautifully. As you can see, it's very wet at this point, which is what you want. Now I'm just going to flour my board heavily, just like so. Okie doke. And I'm going to just dump all of this onto my board. And I got all my dough dumped out, and then just flour the board heavily because you're going to need it. And just knead this till it comes together, okay? That's perfect. Just came together. Now I'm going to get this log, and I'm going to cut it in 6 equal pieces. So cut in half, and then just cut it in 3s as evenly as you can. Okie doke. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Dealing with one piece at a time. You just want to roll this out until it's about 12 inches, a 12-inch log, which my knife is about 12 inches, so look at that. That's perfect. All right, it's perfect. And you want to just put this on your baking sheet, 3 on each one, a couple inches apart. Make this a little smaller. All right, just continue with the rest until you have 6 12-inch logs, and you want to have 3 on each baking sheet, a couple inches apart, because they are gonna sort of expand. Oh my God, it smells so good. It smells like vanilla and almonds and clementine. I'm loving this. My knife is exactly 12 inches, so it's perfect. Looky look, 2. And 1 more to go, and then we'll start on the next batch. I have all 6 of my logs ready, and I'm just going to take my fingers and press them down. You want them to be about 1.5 to 2 inches wide. Okay. Very, very easy. Just press them with your fingers. Now these are all pressed down. Now they're going to go into your preheated oven for 25 minutes. Put them in. 10 minutes into baking time, you want to rotate the baking sheet so that they cook evenly. Let them cook for 25 minutes total, then put them on your counter for 20 minutes to cool, relatively cooling like really well, because we're going to handle these again when we go ahead and bake them twice. So into the oven, 25 minutes, rotating once, let them cool on your counter for 20 minutes, and then we'll get ready to slice them up. And these baked and cooled as directed. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one, and I'm going to cut each one into 10 pieces on a very sharp angle. First you want to take, I usually take that one out. Just like that, okay? Very, very sharp, about a 1/2 inch. See? Oh yeah. All done. Just trying to find a little room for these 2. Okie doke. These are perfect. Aren't they awesome? And they smell so good. Now these are going to go into your still heated oven to 350 for 6 minutes. Then what you're going to do is you're going to flip them over. You're going to rotate the baking sheets and cook them for another 8 minutes. And then you're going to let them cool completely, because they will not be crispy and hard until they're completely cooled. So remember, 6 minutes, flip, rotate, another 6 to 8 minutes, cool completely, and then when we come back, I'm going to show you what they look like when they're completely done. My cookies baked for 6 minutes on one side, flip them, rotate them, another 10 minutes, and I'll let them cool completely. And now that they are the beautiful biscotti consistency we all know and love. Hear that? Hear that? Oh. My favorite. Absolutely my favorite. Just going to start plating these up. And I just plate them on a pretty little platter. Now, FYI, little quirky food info. Biscotti is the Italian word for cookie. Everyone knows cookies like this to be Italian biscotti. But in Italian, these are considered cantuccini. And these are Christmas cantuccini. They're so good. I'm telling you right now, you make these, package these up, and give them away as little gifts. Everybody will think you are a superstar because they are fabulous. To get this recipe and other recipes, check out my website, www.laureandthekitchen.com. And from my family to yours, we wish you a wonderful, safe holiday. Bye-bye.